What is up, Ninja? OJ over here from PlayerEssence, and welcome to the PE news video that I have here for you guys. Today we have some awesome information for you, so let's go ahead and get right into it. So Code Vein has had its debut trailer. This is the brand new action RPG from Bandai Namco. They also have an overview of the game as well, in addition to the new trailer, so let's go ahead and read that off here. The new trailer highlights the mysterious and captivating universe found in Code Vein, along with a quick look at the game's thrilling weapon-based combat. The trailer also teases the game's companion gameplay mechanic. As players venture out into the world, they will be able to choose a partner companion from the various residents of Vein. Added strategy presents itself when players choose companions that complement their playstyle to give them a fighting chance against the vicious enemies they'll be up against through their journey. In the not too distant future, a mysterious disaster has brought collapse to the world as we know it. Towering skyscrapers, once symbol of prosperity, are now lifeless graves of humanity's past, pierced by the thorns of judgment. At the center of the destruction lies a hidden society of revenants called Vein. Final stronghold is where the remaining few fight to survive. Blessed by the gift of the power in exchange for their memories and the thirst for blood, give into the bloodlust fully and risk becoming one of the lost. Fiendish ghouls devoid of any remaining humanity. So this is a really interesting concept for a game, and I think that it takes a lot of aspects from different games that Bandai Namco, as far as this team has worked on, in addition to what they've seen in other developers. For example, like From Software, Bandai Namco publishes the Dark Souls games, and I think that they said, hey, I think we can kind of do a little bit of Dark Souls in our own game. And this is also from the God Eater team, so I'm thinking they're taking a little bit of inspiration from there as well. But overall, it's looking great. As far as platforms go, it's still to be decided. This is an Unreal Engine 4 powered game. We did get that news that there are 20 Unreal Engine 4 games in development for the Nintendo Switch in Japan alone. I would not be surprised if this was one of them. Bandai Namco and Nintendo have a fantastic relationship, especially considering the sales of the Nintendo Switch in Japan. I think you're going to want to have a portable version in addition to a console version. Plus, they have experience working on the PS Vita as well and taking their games from PS4 to PS Vita when it comes to the God Eater team and Bandai Namco. So let's see what happens. Hope for the best, but I'm definitely feeling really confident about this game and what they've shown off. The concept looks amazing. What do you guys think about Code Vein? Let me know in the comment section below. Alright, and moving on to the next article here. We do have some new Nintendo news with the DLC for the upcoming Fire Emblem Echoes Shadows of Valentia. There will be a season pass, so let's go ahead and read off what we're going to be getting in this season pass here. Fire Emblem Echoes Shadows of Valentia, which launches exclusively on the Nintendo 3DS family of systems on May 19th, is a massive game filled to the brim with content. For players who want to extend their adventure even further, 5 major DLC packs are coming to the game starting on May 19th, adding more maps, dungeons, characters, and items. So the season pass, May 19th, it'll cost $44.99, and it includes 22 pieces of content. The Fire Emblem Echoes Shadows of Valentia season pass includes all 5 DLC packs as they release. By purchasing the season pass, fans who want to receive all DLC will save more than 30% compared to purchasing all 22 pieces of content on their own. The DLC pack 1 is Fledgling Warriors pack on May 19th for $7.99, 3 pieces of content, ideal for the early to mid-game adventurers. This pack includes a new dungeon, the Astral Temple, and 2 new maps, great for gaining more items, money, and experience points. DLC pack number 2, the Undaunted Heroes pack, releases on May 25th for $9.99. It includes 3 pieces of content in addition to new dungeon, the Inner Sanctum. This pack also includes 2 challenging new maps that stronger, more seasoned heroes will want to tackle. DLC pack number 3, Lost Altars pack, on May 25th for $14.99, 10 pieces of content. The mysterious dungeons included this pack hold the power to upgrade characters to exclusive classes that don't appear in the main game. DLC pack number 4, Rise of the Deliverance pack, on June 1st for $12.99, 4 pieces of content. Discover the previously untold history of Valentia in the prologue pack, complete with the story trailer and additional voice acting that details the rise of the Deliverance in Zofia. This collection of challenging maps includes the support conversations between selected heroes, as well as the ability to take command of a character players won't be able to control in the main game. And finally, DLC pack number 5 is $5.99. It includes 2 pieces of content. More information about the final DLC pack will be revealed in the future. All of these packs, as well as the individual components included in each pack, can be purchased separately, giving the players the flexibility to buy as many or as few as they want. While Fire Emblem Echoes Shadows of Valentia features all this great paid DLC, free downloadable content will also be released for the game after launch for a limited time starting on May 19th. The first free content is a special gift from the goddess Mila and can be obtained when playing the game. For more details about the game's DLC, you can visit the link in the description below. I've seen some people complaining and crying about this, but I don't know why people are complaining and crying about this. They've been doing the same big DLC lots for Fire Emblem since Awakening. Awakening had a ton of DLC. Fire Emblem Fates had a ton of DLC. This game is going to have a ton of DLC. And you have the option to buy it or not. There's going to be a lot of content. From what I've seen, there's always a lot of content in Fire Emblem games, and you don't necessarily need the DLC. And I made that determination, I think, from Fire Emblem Awakening to Fire Emblem Fates. I bought so much DLC for Fire Emblem Awakening. I was like, you know what, I don't really need all of this. The main game's content is more than enough. So when I bought Fire Emblem Fates, I didn't buy any of the DLC, and I was completely fine. I got tons and tons and tons of hours of gameplay from that, just what's on the cartridge. So you can buy this DLC if you want to, or you can skip it. The game is still going to have a ton of new stuff in it, and there's going to be some free DLC. So I don't really see the need to complain. If you want more, then you buy more. If you don't, then you don't. Alright, and moving on to the next article here. We do have a brand new game coming to Nintendo Switch, which is called Death Squared. So Death Squared is a cooperative puzzler where a colorful crew of robots escape a hazardous science facility and will arrive on the Nintendo Switch in Q2 2017. Couch co-op is all fun and games until the spikes, lasers, and other traps test your friendships. One survivor isn't enough. Everyone escapes, or no one does. The Nintendo Switch release will feature exclusive content, including never-before-seen additional levels. The lead designer also had this to say about the game Death Squared coming to Nintendo Switch. Death Squared was created as a co-op experience for players of all ages and skill levels to enjoy, said Patrick Cook, lead designer of SMG Studio. We believe it's a perfect pairing for the Nintendo Switch and its distinct multiplayer capabilities. It's our hope you'll share the joy of Death Squared with friends and loved ones when it releases for the system later this year. So pretty good. Obviously it's great to have another game, especially one that was on PS4, Xbox One, and PC, coming over to the Nintendo Switch and adding in content that you didn't see in the previous games. That's what Nintendo wants to see. If you're going to bring the game over, add some content into there and have it be a fit for the platform. After looking at this game, it definitely looks fun, and I'm interested in trying it out. Hopefully I can get a review copy for you guys so I can preview it out and show it off on the channel. But what do you guys think about this game, Death Squared? Have you played on the PS4, Xbox One, or PC? Let me know in the comment section below. Alright, I'm moving on to the next article here. We do have some Japanese sales from the Famitsu charts. The Media Create isn't in this week because it's Golden Week in Japan, so it's a holiday. So we'll be getting the Japanese Media Create sales charts probably in the next couple days. So for the Famitsu charts from April 24, 2017 through April 30th, 2017, the hardware numbers are as follows. The Nintendo Switch sold 74,217 units. It was the top selling system. The Nintendo 3DS was next with over 20,000 units sold. The PlayStation 4 was after that with over 20,000 units sold when you combine the PS4 Pro and also the PS4. After that was the PS Vita with 6,194 units, and then you have the rest of the systems down there, PS3, Xbox One S, and the Wii U, all at the bottom there. Now, for comparison's sake, we do have what they did last week, and the Nintendo Switch bumped up its sales by more than 20,000 units because of the release of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. The game sold 280,229 units, all physical, no digital sales. So a really good start for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe on the Nintendo Switch. Some were saying that there was some supply constraints in Japan. Nintendo had to ship a ton of copies of Nintendo Switch systems all around the world for Mario Kart 8's worldwide launch, and I 100% agree. There's definitely some supply constraints, or that number would have been higher, but it's all good. You're going to see sustained sales from the Nintendo Switch with Mario Kart 8 Deluxe and Legend of Zelda and multiple other games on the systems. Now moving down the line, we'll go over the top 10, and we'll start from the bottom to the top. So at number 10 was the 3DS with Mario Sports Superstars with 5,649 units. Number 9 was 1-2 Switch on the Nintendo Switch with 6,768 units. At number 8 was Gungal Pixie with 8,794 units on the PS Vita. Number 7 on the PS4 was Dark Souls 3, the Fire Fades Edition with 10,427 units. At number 6, Yaku Famitsu Climax on the Nintendo 3DS with 12,009 units. At number 5 on the Nintendo Switch was The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild with another 17,085 units. At number 4 on the 3DS was Monster Hunter Double Cross with 24,038 units. Number 3 on the 3DS was Fire Emblem Echoes Shadows of Valentia with another 25,099 units. At number 2 on the 3DS was Dragon Ball Heroes Ultimate Mission X at 92,809 units. Brand new game there, and did pretty well. Another Dragon Ball Z game doing well on the Nintendo 3DS, and of course Mario Kart 8 Deluxe was #1, like I discussed. What do you guys think about the Nintendo Switch's sustained success in Japan? Big numbers for Mario Kart. I would love to hear you guys' thoughts in the comment section below. Alright, and moving on to the last article here. Nintendo talks about the flexibility with their hardware via redesigns like the Nintendo 2DS XL, and wanting to take that approach with all of their hardware going forward. And this was from an investor meeting, and here was the question posed to Tatsumi Kimishima. Looking at a sales result for the Nintendo 3DS in the last fiscal year, how was your thinking changed with regard to life cycles in the dedicated video game system business? You announced the new Nintendo 2DS XL, which will refresh the Nintendo 3DS hardware cycle, but looking ahead to Nintendo's medium and long-term business development, including the Nintendo Switch, is it possible that you will now be continuing updating hardware to extend their lifespans? Tatsumi Kimishima responded with regards to our Nintendo 3DS business, our software sales figures in the last fiscal year were boosted significantly by titles such as Pokemon titles, which helped increase hardware sales and led to an overall year-over-year growth in sales of both hardware and software. As discussed during our presentation, high demand for the Nintendo 2DS is driven by an attractive price point on top of its hardware appeal. This is what gives the Nintendo 2DS the largest growth rate out of the entirety of our Nintendo 3DS business. We are planning to launch the new Nintendo 2DS XL during this fiscal year. New Nintendo 2DS XL has screens that are the same large size as the new Nintendo 3DS XL and can play more than 1,000 Nintendo 3DS titles already released at a very desirable price point. Our expectations is that if we are able to continue to provide enjoyable software, we will always meet the needs of our consumers who want to continue playing on the existing Nintendo 3DS series. To that end, we are always thinking about what kinds of software consumers are going to want and evaluating our hardware cycles to make sure that they are meeting that need. This means that our product life cycles are not going to last for a set number of years, but will be flexible enough to change when required by changing consumer needs. In general, this is the sort of thinking we want to adopt for all of our hardware development. We want to have the flexibility hardware cycles where the launch of a new hardware sets off the development of next hardware that respond to consumer trends. So basically what this is saying is that Nintendo doesn't want to be bogged down by saying, hey, we're going to have this system and this is the only one that we're going to have. We want to be able to change the system, redesign it, and launch it when we feel that the consumers need changes or that we can exploit an area that we need to exploit. But theoretically, the Nintendo Switch could change. The Nintendo Switch could come with an add-on. It could come with a refresh, a smaller one, different types of Joy-Cons, different things that you can do to refresh the hardware. Nintendo isn't going to leave anything off the table when it comes to that, and I think that's a good idea. Potentially even a Nintendo Switch Mini, having a Nintendo Switch with a supplemental computing device. There's all sorts of stuff that they can do. It's very flexible when it comes to Nintendo Switch because of the device, because the device is a portable itself, and then it plugs into a dock. Then you can plug things into that dock, USB. There's all sorts of stuff that you can do. You can make it refresh, make it smaller, still have the same dock. I mean, there's so much stuff and so many different areas that Nintendo could go with it, and I think that was a good idea considering coming off of the Wii U, which of course had bad sales, and Nintendo 3DS, which you didn't want to follow the same gimmick as that as far as 3D dual screens in order to have a repeat product. So Nintendo decided to do this type of thing, the Nintendo Switch, and it paid off dividends. It's selling well, and I think that they're going to refresh their hardware in different ways in the coming years, keep up with consumer demand, potentially make the system stronger or smaller. Who knows what they're going to do, but either way, just as long as they bring great software, I think sales will continue to be good. Alright guys, that wraps it up for this video here. Go ahead and hit that like button if you did like it. Let me know you guys want more content like this going forward in the future, and subscribe to PlayerEssence for the latest news, reviews, discussions, and more. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you ninja for the next video. Peace.